Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Retrospection. Get ready to beam into a world of adventure as we warp through. Well, actually, considering how long our episodes are, we don't even reach impulse speed. Anyway, as we warp through the pilot episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation Encounter at Farpoint. But first, a quick mention that this is, kind of officially, our 100th show.
How did we get here?
Still asking that question. Actually, not how, more why.
What, to yourself in the mirror every day?
Yeah, every day, yeah. I'd like to thank our listeners for staying with us over this period. And to celebrate, I'll be unusually having a drink, while Paul, as usual, will be having a drink.
Well, in all fairness, some of our listeners probably think you always have a drink as well, but you've changed your ways recently, haven't you?
Yes, yes. I've become a monk.
Benedictine.
I bet he does.
Yay, we got it in the 100th. There we go. We didn't even plan that one.
No.
So, yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been supporting us and listening over the last, 5 years now, is it, that we've been doing this?
I thought it was 26.
Feels like it, doesn't it? In particular, people like Matt Wolski, Jai King. I think it's Jay King. If I've mispronounced your name wrong, I'm really sorry. And especially, I'm not,
No.
not really. And especially a big shout out to a guy called Keith Bowman, who's stuck with us through thick and thin. And I know he's having a difficult time at the moment, so I just want to say, hang in there, mate, and thanks for everything. I want to say thank you to a few other people as well. I want to say thank you to Adam, who stepped into your shoes, Colin, once in the past when you were off on your secret mission that we don't talk about.
Yeah.
I want to say thanks to Dave Hurrell, who guested on our computer games episode. Yes,
we'll have to have him back sometime once the cream starts working.
We're not contagious anymore, are we?
Oh, no.
And a special shout out to Judy Matheson, who took the time to come and chat with us that afternoon. That was really nice of her.
That was the highlight of the show.
It was our one and only interview, really, wasn't it, so far?
Yeah.
If anyone else wants to come and be interviewed by us, then drop us a line. We're quite happy to.
I'll interview you, Paul.
I don't want to know what you're going to ask me. Yeah, leave that there. Right. And finally, I just want to say thanks to all the podcasts out there that have supported us over the years. There's lots to mention, so I'm not going to mention you all, but specifically ones like A Very British Horror. Paul and Chris over there have always stuck by us from the first day, I think. Launching the pilot, and now the podcast starts, and many, many others. And also I want to say hello to Chelsea Moss over on Twitter, who runs the Ronald Lacey fan club, because she's always stuck with us as well. And just thank you to everybody, really.
It's like an Oscar speech.
I know, who'd have thought we'd had that many people?
Yeah, you didn't even thank your mother.
Oh, I suppose I should thank my wife as well.
What? You're married?
Yeah, someone puts up with this, Colin.
That's unbelievable.
I know, it is.
Well, let that be a lesson to everybody out there. There's always hope.
There's someone out there for everybody, Colin.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So this show will be a two-parter because apparently you've got a lot to say.
You've got a lot to say as well, Colin, I think, haven't you?
Yeah, here and there.
Yeah, all right.
My name's Colin, and thou art notified that thy kind have infiltrated the galaxy too far already. Thou art directed to return to thine own solar system immediately.
All right, I'll get my coat.
Can you imagine if Picard had said that? Said, I'll get me hat, just puts on a hat, leaves.
Well, he is really a Yorkshireman, isn't he, Patrick Stewart? So
yeah,
he can do the Yorkshire accent. And my name's Paul, and shut off that damn noise.
He's very aggressive about that, isn't he?
He shouts a lot in this.
Yeah, I'll touch on that.
all right.
with my,
What,
with my pinky finger.
You're going to touch Patrick Stewart with your pinky finger?
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll enjoy it.
He'll shout.
In all fairness, he'd take anything these days. Have you seen Picard?
Yeah, I've seen some of it.
We'll leave that one there. Or maybe we won't. We'll see.
IMDb says, set almost 100 years after Captain Kirk's 5-year mission, a new generation of Starfleet officers set off in the USS Enterprise D on its own mission to go where no one has gone before.
It's pretty accurate for IMDb.
Yeah. It stars Patrick Stewart as Captain Jean-Luc Picard. I feel weird doing a cast list for something so familiar, but all right. This is a formula.
It is. We've got to keep
break
going.
it.
Yeah.
Brent Spiner as Lieutenant Commander Data, Jonathan Frakes as Commander William Riker, Levi Burton as Lieutenant Commander Geordie LaForge, Marina Sirtis as Councillor Deanna Troy, Michael Dorn as Lieutenant Worf, Gates McFadden as Dr. Beverly Crusher, Will Wheaton as Wesley Crusher, Denise Crosby as Lieutenant Tasha Yar, Cole Meany as Miles O'Brien, and John Delancey as Q.
Although he's not called Miles O'Brien yet, is he, in this?
Does he have a name in this?
They just refer to him as Con. That's all they call him.
Well, that's his position. That's what he's sat at.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they don't even call him by his name. They just call him Con. Which if I remember correctly, when I saw this as a kid, I was convinced that they were calling him Khan.
Oh, so you thought there was some kind of link?
Yeah.
Like there was a Khan on the Enterprise after Khan instead of being before Khan, because there's Khans throughout the life of the Enterprise apparently.
Apparently so. Yes. Apparently so.
Yeah, that nobody remembers.
Nobody remembers. Not even Spock.
No. No. Should look into that.
We should. Yes.
This episode was directed by Corey Allen and written by Gene Roddenberry and DC Fontana. Do you remember when Star Trek was written by experienced writers, or at least people who knew when to use the word hanged instead of hung?
It's been such a long time, Colin. I don't know if I can remember. It's a good job I watched this.
Yeah. Talking of DC Fontana, at time of recording, the third episode of Star Trek Not So Strange Nor New Worlds has just aired.
Mm-hmm.
And in it, there's a story about number one, Una, being a Illyrian.
That's right, yeah.
And she's genetically modified, and people find out about this. And there was an article in one of the trades where the showrunner of New Worlds was saying that when you're dealing with Star Trek canon and you're adding something, you have to discuss it, but the story should win through.
Yeah.
What he didn't mention was all that stuff about her being Illyrian and genetically modified was written by DC Fontana in the Star Trek novel Vulcan's Glory. So they stole it from there, and are not mentioning that bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Is DC Fontana still with us, or?
No, she passed away a couple of years ago, I believe.
So somebody must be looking after her estate, surely.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see that going so well then.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Apparently Discovery does that all the time.
What, just steals things?
From Star Trek novels, and doesn't credit anybody.
How can they steal things from people that actually know how to write Star Trek and it still be so rubbish?
I assume because they just type in Wiki Spock background.
Yeah,
and then they just take from that.
I mean, I thought that our research was crap, but I mean, they've got us beat, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
so bad. We could write for that show.
We do it better.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
So, do you recall when you first saw Encounter at Farpoint?
No, there's two versions of this, and I'm not sure which one is.
Wait, the truth? And then just
both are true, but I can't remember which came first. So it was either, and I'm gonna mention some illegal activity that we got up to in a minute, Colin, back in our youth.
Yeah, so am I. But it involves drugs. It's okay.
So, do you remember that you used to get a hold, and I don't know where you got them from, but you used to get a hold of these tapes that had episodes of TNG on them, recorded from, it was either like RTL or something like that, I think.
No, they were recorded in America, then shipped to the UK, then converted to PAL, and then copied again and again and again and again by a billion people.
Yeah.
So that by the time they got into our hands, I don't even think some of them were in colour, because the colour had been drained out of it because it was so many copies. The tracking was terrible. The sound was awful.
That's right. The picture was almost see-through, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was either one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a sneaking suspicion. When I actually first saw it was, do you remember that they used to have a habit over here of sticking episodes onto videotape and then releasing them to rental shops?
Yeah.
I may have rented it out before I saw it on one of those videos that you gave me.
Okay.
But I honestly can't remember which came first. So that would have been what? What was it, 87, 88, was it?
I have actual dates.
Oh, excellent. Then you'll know. You'll be able to tell me.
Because it's kind of shocking, and it explains why we were doing this, why we were getting these pirated tapes. So, Star Trek Next Generation first aired in the USA on September 28th, 1987.
Mm-hmm.
It only started in the UK in September 1990. 3 years later. It took 3 years for it to start running in the UK.
Yes, because if memory serves, they were already on the third season, weren't they, in the States? And I remember when it aired on the BBC, we were in college. I specifically remember we were in college.
Right.
So yeah, it would have been. I wonder why it took so long. Particularly Star Trek was kind of a mainstay of the BBC, wasn't it? I mean, the original series was always on at 6 p.m. on BBC Two, Monday to Friday, wasn't it?
Yeah. Now, the pilot episode was released on videotape in the UK 4 months after it was shown in the US.
That would have been...
So I'm guessing you rented it.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. Yeah, I rented it, and then I watched, obviously the ones that I gave to you. Yeah. So then the BBC showed it until Best of Both Worlds Part 2, and then they lost it to Sky.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, and Sky started it again from the beginning, didn't they?
Yeah, caught up and then carried on going. And then the BBC could only show the episodes a few months after Sky had shown them. What a crazy system.
I know, it sounds bizarre when you think about the way that things are run today. The streaming services, and you literally get things like the day after that it's shown in the States now, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, I do. Yes, you get it the day it actually comes out, don't you? I forgot where you live then, Colin.
Well, I'm actually in my own time bubble. I am 24 hours behind everybody else.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's terrible because I turn up for work on a Saturday.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
No.
Just don't turn up for work, Colin.
Oh yeah, could try that. So back when they were starting to go into production for this new series, Gene Roddenberry said he did not want to recast the roles or have a retread crew. He explained, "I would hate to think our imagination is so slender that there aren't other possibilities to think about." What happened to that then? Let us sink in for a bit.
I'll tell you what happened. Gene Roddenberry died. That's what happened.
Oh, that's what happened. Yeah.
I think I don't want to get too heavily into modern Star Trek because we're going to talk about that in the next episode, aren't we?
Yeah.
In the second part of this. But I do think that the one thing that Star Trek needs is a firm hand at the helm. And it doesn't have that at the minute. It's got a very sloppy hand at the helm.
Both those things have been said about you, though.
My hand's firm, Colin. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
I grip onto that helm and I don't let go.
All right. Right.
When the cast lobbied for a salary increase, the producers... this is involving our favourite Star Trek actor, so you'll like this. The producers instead offered Will Wheaton a character promotion to lieutenant rather than a raise.
All right.
And his response was to point out that maybe when his landlord asks for his rent, he should just tell him not to worry, that he's made lieutenant.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Worf's head was stolen.
I've drunk there a few times. It's a great pub.
I think I have as well. Worf's head changed in season 2 because the original was stolen. That's why he looks different.
Who by? Did they ever find out?
Never found out. I
Yes, it
suspect
might-
it was.
Michael Dorn. It's in his apartment,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's exactly what I
Yeah.
suspect. Yeah. When he was first cast, Patrick Stewart was labelled in the press as an unknown British Shakespearean actor.
Was he?
Apparently, so maybe in America. So apparently, Brent Spiner had a sign made up and posted onto his dressing room door that said, "Unknown British Shakespearean actor." I'm sure that went down well with Patrick Stewart at the time.
He likes a joke.
Oh yes, he's a barrel ass Patrick Stewart, isn't he? I remember him being on. I think it was. Do you remember when? I think you probably moved by then. When Frank Skinner had a chat show over here for a while, and Patrick Stewart was a guest on it. And Frank Skinner's a huge Star Trek fan, and he wanted to talk about Star Trek, and you could see Patrick Stewart starting to get more and more annoyed. To which point, at one point, he turned around to Frank Skinner and just said, "I have done other things, you know.
Really? Like what?
Life Force."
Oh, yeah, could have talked about that. We'd have been happy.
See previous episode. We've talked about Life Force before.
Was Dune after this? Before?
No,
this was before,
Dune would have been
So he
before.
done Dune. So yeah. So there you go. Huge
I-
back catalogue.
Yeah, I Claudius.
Yeah.
He's good in
Oh.
that.
Oh, I thought Claudius had entered your room.
I
Hi, Claudius.
Yes.
How you doing? You all right? Not bad. Duh. Those togas.
What did you think of the season 1 uniforms? Because they change in season 3, don't they? They were replaced by 2-piece ones.
I like them.
What, the 2-piece ones?
No, I like the ones in the we've seen the pilot.
So do I.
I think the later ones look frumpy. They look weird. Everyone looks
Yeah.
misshapen in them.
And apparently they had the jackets had a tendency to ride up when you sat down.
And that's why he did that tuggy thing, became his like quirk, right?
The Picard maneuver, it was called in the end.
Oh,
Yeah. This is I'm sure you know this, but the ceiling of the transporter room reuses the floor from the original series transporter room.
yes, I do. Yeah,
So it's nice to have a little piece of history there in the set. Oh.
yeah.
Gates McFadden left for series 2, and it was partly because she was promised that her character would become romantically involved with Picard, and that hadn't materialized. But it was also due to clashes with the showrunner as well.
Well, there was a lot of fighting on Star Trek Next Generation between writers, producers, and actors.
Yeah. And Diana Muldaur, who replaced her, decided that it wasn't for her at the end of season 2. So producer Rick Berman and Patrick Stewart personally reached out to McFadden, convincing her to come back. I bet that was a difficult conversation, especially for Rick Berman.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he doesn't strike me as a guy that goes down on bended knee very often.
Well, it's the getting up that's the difficult part. Trust me.
Well, yeah. You get down on your knees a lot, do you, Colin?
Oh yeah, do
Yeah?
yeah. Begging for mercy.
I'm glad you said that. Patrick Stewart, this is a fun fact. Patrick Stewart didn't unpack his bags for the first 6 weeks of shooting because he was convinced that the show would fail.
Everyone was convinced that it wasn't either they weren't going to make it past the pilot, and then when they did, they weren't going to make it past the first season.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of those, and a lot of them were usually quite cheap, weren't they? Shows that were either reboots or cashing in on old properties. You had, Mission Impossible came back. You had that War of the Worlds TV show.
Yeah,
There was a lot of them.
And I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, you can't redo Star Trek." I mean, I think even William Shatner was saying things like that publicly at the time, wasn't he?
I think he
feel
still
like he
does.
was.
I think
But-
he still does.
I don't remember not wanting to see it or having any ill feelings about it, even though I was a Star Trek fan before TNG. I had no problem with the new show coming on.
It's interesting because the first time I ever heard that there was going to be a new show is, I'm a big comic book reader, and
You
don't
are?
look shocked. Yes, don't look so
Yeah.
shocked. I don't talk about it very often, Colin.
No, you don't. You keep
I
it to
don't.
yourself.
I do.
Yeah. That and your doll collection.
Migos, Colin, Migos. So I was reading at the time DC's. They had a monthly comic book, which was always kind of hard to get over in this country. And in the letters pages at the back, they would do little editorials. And the first I heard that there was going to be a new series was just after Star Trek 4 had come out, and they were starting to talk about a new series. No, there wasn't much detail at that point. And I naturally assumed that obviously Star Trek 4 ends with them getting a new Enterprise and they go off for what is supposedly new adventures. Part of me was thinking,
Yeah, have a whale of a time.
that's it. Part of me was thinking, are we getting a new show with the original cast? And that's what's going to spring off from Star Trek 4. And it was only as things started to develop, and they started talking about new characters, and there was going to be a Klingon on board, that I started to realise this is going to be something new and different. And I didn't have any animosity towards that idea. It didn't bother me. It was like, I'm going to get some new Star Trek.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nowadays, when you hear that you're going to get some new Star Trek, you start to tremble, don't you?
Well, that's more to do with the people that's behind it than
I know,
anything else.
I know.
During those 3 years of when we knew there was Next Generation being aired in the US and we couldn't watch it except on these occasional tapes, I was getting a Star Trek The Next Generation magazine.
Oh, the official one.
Yeah, that had like the episode synopsis and bits and pieces and interviews in it. So I was buying that.
And I think I was subscribing to a Star Trek fanzine. I was subscribing to it for years. It was called IDIC.
Oh yeah, I was a member of that too.
Yes, and they used to put synopsis of episodes
Yeah.
that were up and coming in there as well.
Yeah.
So I probably read those before I saw any of them.
Yeah, well, it was fun times.
It was simpler days, Colin. Back then.
Yes, yeah.
For his first meeting with Paramount execs, Patrick Stewart wore a hairpiece at the advice of the producers.
He had what?
A hairpiece.
Oh, herpes.
No, he didn't.
Sorry,
No, he
I
didn't have
misheard.
herpes.
Yeah.
But after the meeting, they agreed to cast him expressly on the condition that he lost the piece.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to hide that head, do you?
No, this is distinctive feature, right?
It is.
It's yours too.
Thank you very much. Although I've got a little bit. It's a little tough there. You can see it if you look closely.
Why'd you bother with that?
Because I look weird without it, Colin.
Do you?
Yes.
But you think you look all right now?
Well, as good as it's going to get, you know.
Oh, all right. Have you ever gone and shaved it all off?
Once, and I didn't like it.
Ah, fair enough.
So I grew it back. So moving on from my hair.
Okay. Oh, we'll be back to it later.
All right, I look forward to that. A follow-on from that, though, is that Gene Roddenberry was also initially dead against Patrick Stewart as the captain because he envisioned Picard as a more youthful man with a full head of hair.
That's important. Oh, wait, people are bald in the 21st century.
I guess not, though. It's like money. They don't have that either, do they?
Right, yeah.
Eventually, he relented, realizing that Patrick Stewart was the perfect man for the job. And I've got to say that I don't know what you think about this, but as much as Gene Roddenberry is a legend to all the fans, and he is, I mean, he created the thing. Do you think that there's a case to argue that he didn't always necessarily get it right or know what was best for the series?
Yeah, there's a bit in the Star Trek The Motion Picture Design book where it talks about how the designers went to this lab to look at the future of computing, and it was all like touch screens and like these like semi-transparent screens that people were moving images around on. And this is like in the 70s. And they were like, oh, this is what we should have on the bridge of the Enterprise. And Roddenberry's like, no, we want porthole-shaped screens, view screens, like monitors. And they were like, oh, okay. And that's what they did. So while Gene Roddenberry is obviously a great man for inventing Star Trek, he was also a hindrance to it as well sometimes.
Yeah, I'd agree with that as well. I mean, he was a complicated man as well, wasn't he? I think
Yes,
is probably the best way
yeah.
of putting it. But a funny example of how cantankerous he could be. Did you hear this story about what he did when he learned that Paramount wasn't going to pay for the cost of building an engine room because there was no engine room in the original script for Encounter at Farpoint? So
They told him that if it doesn't appear in the pilot, you won't be building it for the series.
Yeah, so he rewrote the script to put scenes in specifically in the engine room, didn't they?
Yeah, the opening scene
Yeah.
was just walking around it. Yeah, yeah, I read that.
I mean, that sums him up, really, I think, Gene Roddenberry.
Yeah, but that's a good producer, right? That's what
is.
you want.
It is.
You gotta.
And how could you even consider having a Star Trek series without an engine room set?
Yeah, it's true.
Because that having an engine room opens so many possibilities for stories, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And it did.
Engines are working, engines are not working.
Mm-hmm.
Endless.
Jonathan Frakes famously returned to season 2 rehearsals, intending to shave his beard off before filming started. But the producers loved it so much that they asked him to keep it. And you've
Well,
got
it's a magic beard.
It is a magic beard. You've got to say that beard does do a lot of heavy lifting for him as well.
Yeah, he suddenly became 100% better at acting with that beard. It's a magic beard. That beard must have been doing like acting lessons during the break. The beard was off doing different shows, doing a one-man show, or one beard show, I should say.
Do you think that there's a certain element with Jonathan Frakes that's kind of a bit like William Shatner in the fact that as it went on, I think that Jonathan Frakes he's playing less of a character and just being himself.
Yeah, but a lot of actors do that. That's part of what happens on a TV series, right? You become relaxed in your role, and you and the role merge. As long as it's believable, that's fine.
Yeah, yeah. You never saw an actor deliver their lines when walking through a door? Because apparently they made a hell of a noise when they were moving.
What? Wasn't it just people pushing it?
Yep.
Oh, but I guess a scrapey sound or something.
Yeah, so that's why you never see actors speaking as they pass through doorways in Star Trek.
All right.
Robin Williams was a huge fan. Robin Williams, not the singer, Robbie Williams.
Oh, okay.
Was a huge Star Trek fan, and he lobbied the producers for a part in an episode. And he was slated to appear in the episode A Matter of Time in season 5. You'll know the episode when I tell you. It ultimately...
It's the one where the alien bursts out of an egg and sits upside down in a chair.
No, it's not that one. He ultimately had to pull out due to scheduling conflicts, and the role was eventually played by Matt Frewer. You know the episode I'm talking about now? Is where he's pretending to be a guy from the far future, and he's really there to steal artifacts.
Yeah,
and sell
he's
them.
just stealing stuff.
Yeah,
right.
It's a good episode.
It is.
And I think maybe Robin Williams in it would have overshadowed it, and Matt Frewer was just it was fine with Matt Frewer in that role.
Yeah, I agree.
Q was named after a British fan named Janet Quarton, and Geordie was named after George LaForge, a fan who used a wheelchair.
Oh, all right. And Q was originally supposed to be different people. So when the costumes change, it was supposed to be a different Q, but all the Q are supposed to look like John Delancey. And that's why he plays them all very differently, because that's what they carried through in the pilot, and then they dropped it in the future episodes.
I think that would have been a more interesting idea, don't you?
Yes, yeah. Can you imagine the later episodes when he was thrown out the Q continuum, when he was going to be thrown out by himself?
Yeah, yeah. And I think John Delancey would have had fun playing that as well.
Yeah, yeah. And it would have explained also why Guinan recognises him as the Q instantly.
Because they all look the same.
Yeah.
But then she'd recognise him anyway because, Guinan can summon Qs with a magic bottle.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But then forgets that she's met Picard.
That's right.
In the 19th century or whenever it was. Yes, right. She got an odd memory problem. She also, at some point, she stopped working out too. I like to be there that day. What was that? When she's in like whatever century they are in Picard, and she's going, this is a terrible world, and you're like, well, you were in the time of slavery, and you didn't really seem to care back then, but all right. When did you stop working out?
No, you can't say that, Colin.
No,
you can't.
All right.
I think people listening to us are gonna get. Are we giving the impression that we don't like Picard very much? That the series Picard. Do you think?
Oh, I think we've kept that quiet.
I think so. I think it's
no one can tell.
It's under the radar, surely. I think.
Yeah.
Denise Crosby was initially cast as Troy, and Marina Sirtis was cast as Security Chief Hernandez.
That could have been tricky.
Yeah. Just before filming, the roles were switched, and Hernandez became Tasha Yar.
Right, better.
Do you think they cast Marina Sirtis as Hernandez because Yes. Okay. We'll leave that one there then. If you zoom in on the Enterprise schematic, which is shown a lot in the show, you can see details like apparently there's a mouse on a wheel in the engineering section that powers the engine.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And there's a Porsche parked in a shuttle bay, apparently, as well.
Nice. Must be Picard's.
Porsche.
Yeah, it's his midlife
Yes.
crisis.
That's just the people that do the decals having fun, though, isn't it?
Oh, you
I
think?
so, yes. Hope so.
Yeah.
There's a table in engineering that has an item labelled on it, the infinite improbability generator, which is from...
Hitchhiker's Guide to the
There you go.
Galaxy.
I knew you wouldn't let me down on that one. The Ferengi were introduced, and they were intended to become the main new adversaries. However, audiences found them way too comical.
Yeah, they're not great in the earlier. What's it, The Last Outpost?
And that one's got Armin Shimmerman in it, playing a Ferengi as well.
Yeah, but
No.
they clearly hadn't meshed out what the Ferengi were like. I don't think they did until DS9, really, did they?
No, and I think a lot of what they turned into was probably down to Armin Shimmerman.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Forge's visor was an improvised prop on day one of filming. Apparently, they just used an air filter and a hairband, stuck it together, and there you go, Bob's your uncle.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
He's not, by the way.
What, Bob? He's not your uncle.
Yeah. No. He's my second cousin's sister.
You know, I'm notoriously bad with, family.
Just leave it there. The sentence should stop
All
there.
right, okay.
There's no need for any more
Okay.
words after that. You are notoriously bad.
The Forge was originally intended by Roddenberry to be a gay character,
Okay.
but due to Roddenberry's ailing health and eventual death, the reveal was scrapped. You can't see a studio in the 80s going for that anyway, can you?
No, not really.
During season one,
Although it would have saved us from the mopey episodes of him spending time with hologram characters trying to get off of them.
that's all he does at one point, isn't it?
Yeah.
During season one, LeVar Burton would often doze off in his seated position and nobody would suspect because of the visor on his face.
Oh, that's cool. That's a job you want, isn't it?
I was going to say, I envy him that.
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to do that. The original concept for Troy was that she would be... You'll like this one. The original concept for Troy was that she would be a sexually voracious, four-breasted alien. I think there's a lot of Gene Roddenberry's work in that, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Wow.
What do you mean
Well-
I can't have a four-breasted alien?
Yeah, I wonder why they didn't go for that.
I don't know. And this was an interesting fact, and it makes sense in a practical scenario, but it doesn't make sense from a story scenario. There was originally meant to be a transporter room that was supposed to be adjacent to the main bridge. So that makes sense. But Roddenberry vetoed it, as it made more sense dramatically to be able to have characters have conversations in the turbo lifts on their way to the transporter room.
Right. Yeah.
So I can see both sides to it.
There's always dodginess with the transporter beams. It's like, why can you beam to the bridge, and why bother beaming to the transporter room if you could beam to the bridge? I'm sure there must be a logical reason in Star Trek fandom. Does that?
Yeah, that's true. I never thought of that because, I mean, they just pull people from anywhere and move them anywhere they want to. So why do they have to stand on those pads?
Yeah.
Maybe they have to... No, I've got nothing.
No. Well, you could make something up like... Yeah, no, I can't. I was going to say maybe the DNA or the pattern.
You have
It
to do it
starts-
once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then they beam up aliens who've never been on the Enterprise before, so that
Yeah.
doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. No.
No. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah. It's one of those Star Trek things that people just don't talk about.
Yeah.
The DeForest Kelly cameo was a very late addition to the pilot. It came about after a meeting between him and Roddenberry. Apparently, Kelly said that he'd be honoured to do it, and he even insisted on only getting his scale salary for the appearance. And it is his final TV appearance ever in his career.
And they don't mention that it's Dr. McCoy in the episode.
They
It's
never mention him by
It's
name,
referred to as Admiral.
but we all know it's McCoy, don't we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the last thing is that the Battle Bridge set was originally built as the bridge for Star Trek The Motion Picture.
Yeah. Yeah. How many times did we see the Battle Bridge? That's about twice. Is that it in the entire 7 years?
They never use it again, do they?
I don't think so. They must use it at some point. I can't remember, though.
I think they use it again in the first season, and that's about it.
Yeah.
In fact, they don't separate the saucer very often, do they? I I can't even remember another time that they do it, apart from when it happens in Generations and they crash it into a planet.
But you know why they do this in this episode? It was to pad it.
Oh, really? Is that the case?
Yeah, well, originally this was only supposed to be an hour, and there was a big argument about it being 90 minutes. Roddenberry never wanted it 90 minutes, so the Q stuff was added to make it 90 minutes. But then Corey Allen, who is a well-known TV director, he's directed lots of TV in the 60s, the 70s, 80s, whatever, he shoots fast, but also not only does he shoot fast, but his scenes are fast. He starts the scene as late as possible and finishes it as early as possible. So he was shooting too quickly, and it wasn't going to come into 90 minutes. So then they came up with an idea of padding it with this. And there are other scenes of padding where Worf walks to engineering. That's just padding to make it 90 minutes. Yeah, so that's what it came about.
Oh, right. I didn't know that. Shoots fast.
Yep.
You know somebody else that does that, don't you, Colin?
Yeah, you. All right, let's set those phases to stun and get on with the show.
Let's.
We begin with shots of our galaxy, and the Enterprise comes into view. Picard begins the space Final Frontier speech, and we get the music taken from Star Trek The Motion Picture by Jerry Goldsmith. There's an alternative theme by Dennis McCarthy that they thought about using. Have you heard it?
I have, yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
But it works better with the motion picture theme.
It
Although
does.
I have to say, I do prefer the slower version of this that's used in the movie rather than the TV version. But it's fine.
Yeah, no, but I agree with you on that. Yeah.
It's got a little bit more majesty to it, hasn't it, in Star Trek The Motion Picture, because it's slightly slower.
Yeah, very good word. Exactly is, yeah. What do you think about them using space, the Final Frontier speech, in Star Trek Not So Strange or even New Worlds?
Kind of the way I feel about the whole series, really. It's there.
Ah, all right.
I'm indifferent to it.
Yeah, I was indifferent to it. Then I heard someone explain why they were annoyed about it, and I thought, well, that's actually an interesting take. So they love original Star Trek, and to them, space, the Final Frontier, is Kirk's first log. Because it's the first time he's taken the Enterprise out, right? Picard uses it because it's the first time he's taken the Enterprise out, and he's a student of history and knows that Kirk used it, so he's continuing tradition. And he says that now that Pike's used it in Star Trek Strange New Worlds, it's ruined that.
Yeah, I can
see that.
I can see that, yeah.
Doesn't bother me, but I can see that.
Don't they use it in the very last, or it might not be the very last episode, but because that's the terrible one. But I'm sure that they use it in a speech that Jonathan Archer gives to the early Federation or Starfleet, and he uses space, the Final Frontier.
Oh, he does? Well, I guess you could still say that Kirk uses it because
he's paraphrasing Archer.
Yeah.
So it makes sense in canon. Yeah. I kind of agree with that point, actually, that you just made. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, wasn't my point, but I'll take the bonus.
But you don't remember? Do you remember the name of the guy that made it?
Yeah, it was a YouTube guy.
No, don't mention it.
All right. So, Encounter at Farpoint flashes on screen. We close in on the Enterprise D. Don't the effects hold up well?
I was going to say that it looks fantastic, and it looks even better in HD, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
You can see details on that ship that you couldn't see before.
Yes, yeah.
And do you remember the sheer excitement when you saw this opening shot of it coming towards the screen and coming up to the window with Picard looking out?
Yeah.
It sets it up for you, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, and why that's happening, we hear is log entry. And this is intercut with shots of Picard walking around the Enterprise and through engineering. Captain's log, Stardate 41153.7. Our destination is planet Deneb 4, beyond which lies the great unexplored mass of the galaxy. My orders are to examine Farpoint, a starbase built there by the inhabitants of that world. Meanwhile, I'm becoming better acquainted with my new command, this Galaxy-class USS Enterprise, I'm still somewhat in awe of its size and complexity. As for my crew, we are short in several key positions. They're really small, apparently. Most notably, a first officer, but I'm informed that a highly experienced man, one Commander William Riker, will be waiting to join the ship at our Deneb 4 destination.
You know, I never liked that line when he says, I'm still somewhat in awe of its size and complexity. Never liked that line. I get that it's there logically for us as an audience, but Picard at this point is a seasoned captain who would have studied every detail of his new command before taking it. Would he really be awed by its size and complexity?
Oh, baby, because isn't this the first of the Galaxy-class starships?
But it's not like he's only just seen it, is it? I mean, you're telling me he's just turned up and he's never seen it before?
No, he's still in awe. He's not saying I am in awe. He's saying he's still. That's why he's pointing it out, because it's still something that's in awe of.
It doesn't feel
It's
like
like-
a Picard line, though. It doesn't feel like something Picard would say. I mean, he says a lot more these days that you...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. All right. I don't agree, but I accept your point of view. And this is what we're going to do for the 100th episode. I'm now going to accept your point of view, no
Wow.
matter how stupid it is.
Are you going to carry on with that for the next 100?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it ends. It's
Okay.
a special celebration.
All right. Going back to the ship, I wanted to ask you, what do you think of the Enterprise D? Of the design?
It's not my favourite. Sorry.
I'd agree. It took a long time for it to grow on me. I mean, it's fine now,
Yeah.
but I like the sleekness of it. But it still looks like a bit like a duck to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an A guy.
So am I. I was going to say it's no movie Enterprise, is it?
But I do have a little liking for the one from Star Trek Enterprise.
Yeah. Do you think you like that because they've improved on the design of the original Enterprise, or do you think it stands on its own? Would you like it as much? Is what I'm saying. If it was a completely new ship.
No, I think I like it because it's a good variation of a theme.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Better than the original? Classic one?
Well, the original's got that nostalgic feel about it, and I think design-wise, yes, it's better than the original, but I don't think it's not original. It's easy to be better than something that's already been done for you.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think there's any other starships that look like the Enterprise, right? No one thought of designing something that looked like the Enterprise. Everything looked like a rocket.
That's true. Yeah. And even if you look at some of the early sketches of the Enterprise, it's very rockety at first.
Very rockety.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting word.
I think I made that one up then, didn't I?
I think you did. Yeah, we'll keep it.
Okay. What about the thing with when they redesigned the Enterprise, and this counts for those 3 movies as well that they made, the Kelvin ones. I don't think that there was much of a problem with the original design of the ship. I understand why they have to redesign the interior of the ship, because they're worried that, if they did it like the 60s, it wouldn't stand up to today's audience. Which I don't generally agree with, but okay. But the outside of the ship, did it really need to be changed? They could have kept it the same, I think. It still holds up.
Right. It's an interesting take for a nerd. I didn't realize we were going to be dragging out our Star Trek Starfleet technical manuals.
I can do if you want me to. I've got it upstairs. Yeah.
Do you want to go grab your Designing Starships book?
That means I've got to move, Colin.
All right. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
No. So Picard surveys the bridge. The most unrealistic part of Star Trek is that at no point does Picard step out of the ready room and find the bridge crew watching Die Hard on the view screen.
It would look great, wouldn't it?
I mean,
the size of that screen.
Exactly. And you're warping for 4 days to a far-off planet. There's nothing to do.
I often wondered about that. Do they just sit at those consoles for hours?
Yeah, just pressing buttons. They're on like Amazon.
Because once they've entered the course and engaged the course, what do they do then? I mean, they don't steer it, do they? It kind of runs automatically, doesn't it?
No. And I assume the Enterprise runs on a 24-hour Earth time schedule, so someone's working.
Yeah,
nights.
they have night shift and day shifts, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got a night shift. You're 3 days in warp, and you've got 2 days left to get to a planet. You're slapping on Adventures of a Plumber's Mate on that view screen, grabbing some popcorn. You know the captain's not up. It's nighttime.
If you chose to watch Adventures of a Plumber's Mate, I mean, there'd be some really good points that you could see in a lot of detail on the size of that screen.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. And that's one of the weird things. No one seems to have a TV in their crew.
Maybe in the
quarters.
24th century you don't watch TV anymore.
Well, maybe not. Right.
Although later Riker does call up Netflix and so that he can recap on what happened earlier in the episode.
Yeah, but misses all the important
It does,
bits.
doesn't it? What do you think about the design of the bridge?
Well, I kind of feel it's dated.
I can see what you mean.
In some
yeah.
ways. Yeah, in some odd ways, it's more dated than the original. And because the original is so distant in time from our own design aesthetic, that in some ways it's kind of futuristic. But this bridge, with its beige and brown and carpeted walls, it looks like the VIP lounge at Heathrow Airport.
It does, doesn't it? It looks like the lobby of a mediumly starred hotel, doesn't it?
Yeah, you keep expecting to be Picard sat in the captain's chair and then be halfway through going, Captain's log, stat 8277. Sorry, 2 olives in my whiskey, please. Thank you. So I'll just walk off with it.
See, you make a good point about the original one as well, about it being so far removed from what we've got now that it looks kind of futuristic, which is why I think that you could still carry off the original series design in a modern TV show. I mean, Star Trek Continues, the online fan-produced show, proved that.
Yeah, at no point was I watching that going, oh, this looks terrible.
Not at all. No.
This is something Paramount should have done. They should have. They could have done their own Picard and their own Strange New Worlds and all that stuff, but they also should have bought Star Trek Continues and put money into it and let them do their own thing.
Absolutely.
And that way, the fans that like Star Trek old style would have been thankful for that and enjoyed that, and then the new fans would have been watching the new stuff.
I completely agree, and it would have engendered so much more good feeling from the fans towards the new shows, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Because they got, like you say, they got what they wanted. So, but no, you can't give the fans what they want anymore.
That's true.
You're not allowed to do that anymore.
So Picard walks towards Lieutenant Data. You will agree, Data, that Starfleet's orders are difficult. Data sees no difficulty in simply solving the mystery of Farpoint Station. Picard sits in the captain's chair alongside Deanna Troi.
Troy's Space Girl uniform.
Yeah, you like that one, don't you?
Don't see it again.
No.
Let's have a moment's silence for Deanna Troy's uniform.
For the death of a uniform.
There's the title of the episode, Death of a Uniform.
Picard points out that the stuff is simple about negotiating a friendly agreement for Starfleet to use the base while snooping around to find out more about the life form that built it. Data replies, inquiry. The word snoop. They stopped that inquiry business quite quickly.
Yeah, I can see that's going to get annoying. Yeah. And why does he stand up to ask his question as well?
I respect. Those damn androids need to show some respect.
All right, that sounds personal, but okay.
It's in his program. Oh, androids hate him. I've never liked androids since an accident with a Roomba.
He took his foot off.
Oh, yeah.
Lost the toe.
Who was he? Was he in engineering? Is that Lieutenant lost a toe?
Not anymore, he's dead, Colin.
Oh, okay. Picard wonders how Data could have a virtual encyclopedia of human knowledge and not know the word snoop. Data postulates that it may be because it's an aspect of human behaviour he was not made to emulate. And Picard explains what it means. Suddenly, Deanna senses a powerful mind.
I'm glad that I'm glad that they dropped this after a while as well. I mean,
Yeah,
it happens a
her
lot.
sensing stuff?
Yeah, it happens a lot, doesn't it? To start with, and it's all completely
Yeah.
useless information as well.
Yeah, yeah, it reminds me, and I don't know if I'm remembering this incorrectly, but I'm pretty sure this is right. There is a film called Species, and I think Alfred Molina, isn't he?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
He's a telepath, right?
yeah, yeah.
And isn't there a scene where they go into a room? I don't know if it's on a train or it's a room, and it's absolutely covered in blood. Like the place is just blood everywhere. And he goes, I think something terrible has happened here. And I remember just everybody bursting out laughing in this. It's that level of telepath.
Yeah, it's like having a degree in being able to state the bleeding obvious, isn't it?
Yeah. So the red alert sounds and an alien barrier forms around the Enterprise. Picard shouts to turn off that damn noise and go to yellow alert. Shields and deflectors are raised. Picard orders the Enterprise to stop. Lieutenant Torres at the con responds. In a flash of light, an alien appears on the bridge, dressed like a Spanish conquistador. Thou art notified that thy kind have infiltrated the galaxy too far already. Thou art directed to return to thine own solar system immediately, says the alien.
Very good performance.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
John Delancey's superb though, is Q, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, that's the reason that Q comes back all the time, is because of him.
Yeah. Did you notice that, I'd never noticed this before, and I don't know whether it's something that they've added in the remasters, but when he speaks in this episode, he's got kind of an echo to his voice.
Oh, I don't think I noticed.
Yeah, it echoes when he talks, like he's a powerful being, you know, and he's... Did they drop that later?
Was that your powerful being impression?
It was, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. People,
right.
Funnily, people couldn't see it though, so you know, it's wasted.
Oh, all right.
But you saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're wasted.
I know.
Picard asks the alien to identify itself. He reveals himself to be Q, but doesn't speak in the singular. 2 security officers arrive, but Q places a barrier across the turbo lift door. Q tells the crew that they should go back whence they came. Lieutenant Torres steps forward with a Type 1 phaser, but Q freezes him. He falls to the ground.
Did you notice? Did you notice that he took that phaser from under the console?
No, I didn't. He's like a barman in a bar.
Yeah.
He's got like a shotgun under the bar. So if they all got Type 1 phasers, has Picard got one under his seat?
That's an interesting thing, isn't it? It never comes up ever again. He's got a little slot underneath, and he pulls it out from under the phaser. It's very subtle.
He's got a little
slot.
He's got a little what under?
Slot.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. Can you imagine like Riker's doing something and Picard just slowly reaches under the chair and he's going like, "You're annoying me, Riker. Don't make me reach for the Type 1."
It makes sense though that they would put them in places where they needed them. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm happy with it. Picard orders Data to call for medics. Data doesn't use his comm badge or speak. He just presses some buttons. Now let's talk about communication in Star Trek. So, how do these badges work? So you're on a planet. You hit the badge and you say, Riker to Enterprise. Where's that message going to? The bridge?
Yeah, because if you don't specifically say a person, it's not going to go to a particular comm badge, is it? It'll just go to the bridge.
It was just some guy in the toilet. It's like, why is he calling me? So you go Riker to Picard. So if you're saying the specific person, I assume it goes to their comm badge.
Yeah, okay.
But there's no privacy.
No, because I presume that the sound's coming out of the comm badge, isn't it?
Yeah, so Riker goes, I don't know, he goes, Riker to LaForge, and LaForge goes, LaForge, and Riker goes, have you seen what Deanna's wearing today? And he's like, she's right next to me. Right next to me. You know, there's no, so how does that work? And then people don't, sometimes they double tap to turn off the badge, sometimes they don't bother. If they don't bother, they're like, he's like, all right, yeah, Captain, got it. Oh, I need a shit. And everyone's like, yeah, Riker, your badge is still on. But come badge still
It's like when you go for a pee in the middle of us recording and you leave your Bluetooth things on.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but then I'm always singing.
That is true.
The French national
That
anthem.
is true.
when I
Our
go for a
listeners
pee.
just don't get that side of it, do they? No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to probably lack of direction and people remembering how they're supposed to work, and they just don't do it.
Right.
Which is why I think
It
the
is
communicators
complicated,
in the original series were a better idea, because you actually have to flip them open and then close them when you're finished. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, although there's no privacy on those either.
No, but you're not going to be. You're not going to be. You're going to take your communicator into the toilet with you, which you haven't got a choice with you when you're wearing the comm badge. You're not going to take the actual
Right.
physical communicator, the big flip open thing, into the toilet with you, are you?
Maybe there's a shelf outside the toilets that people just take off the comm badge and put it on and then go in the toilet. But the thing is, there's no identifying mark on
So how do you know you
whose
picked
badge
up
you've
your
just
own
picked
one?
up.
Mm.
Yeah, there's like 5 all in a row, and you're like, which one's mine again? Oh, mine's the one with the chip stains on. That's mine. Slap it on. It's got mushy peas on it.
Yeah,
I'd love
that's a good point.
it. Fell in my fish dinner.
No, it's a good point. It's a good point, and nobody's ever been able to figure it out. No.
All right. Picard points out to Q that the phaser was set on stun. Q says that knowing humans as he does, he wouldn't be captured by them. He tells them to go back or they will certainly die. Fade to black. It's a good opening, isn't it?
It's a really good opening, and we already can see that Picard's a very different kind of captain to Kirk, isn't he? At this point.
Yes. Yeah.
He's a lot more calm for a start under pressure. How do you think Kirk would have handled Q? Flying drop kick and a torn shirt, do you think?
Yes. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It would have been one of those where they punch him, but Q just like turns his head slightly with each punch. You'd be like, do you want to stop doing that? You just hear, stop doing that.
You know, he could have also spent 20 minutes explaining him the meaning of love,
Yes.
how love works.
Your problem, Q, is you don't love anybody and nobody loves you. You need to
Q.
relax, Q.
Q's looking at his watch, going, I've got to get on, mate. Can you hurry up, please?
There are stars out in the galaxy. Each star is a light of life. Actually, Kirk sounds more like Picard sounds now in modern Star Trek. Without the pauses.
Well, I mean, that's a whole different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
We'll leave that one.
Well, really?
For
Do you
next
want to
time.
leave it? Because let's talk about the 3 stages of Picard.
Okay, go on.
So, in this pilot episode, we have the first stage of Picard. Shouty and abrupt. Not overly friendly with his crew, almost like he's a captain on an Elizabethan sailing ship.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Then we have the second stage, which we see in later episodes and seasons, where he's more relaxed, not so distanced from his crew, yet still maintaining authority.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, we have the third stage that we see now in the series Picard, which is that of a bewildered old man who stepped into a supermarket to buy some mints and has found himself in the baby aisle stirring up wet wipes, but has no memory of how he got there or what he went into the supermarket for in the first place.
Yes. That is all true, yes. It's quite sad, really, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I choose, and I know that...
Do you? You don't swallow?
I choose, very good. He's on 4 for this 100th episode. I like this. No, I choose to believe, and other people have said this, I choose to believe that Picard isn't canon. It's not, for me.
It's not. Okay.
No. He's not the same man.
Right.
He's a completely different character. Completely different.
So a question for the end of our second episode, or second part of this episode, is: has Picard ruined Star Trek The Next Generation for you? So think about it.
All right,
Get
I'll
back
think
to
about
me
it. Yes.
in 3 weeks.
Okay, we'll do.
We reopen with a log entry. Ugh. Captain's log, supplementary. The frozen form of Lieutenant Torres has been rushed to sickbay. The question now is the incredible power of the Q being. Do we dare oppose it? Q talks about how quickly the centuries go by and wonders if the humans would respond better to this. He changes into a US military uniform from around the 1960s. Clearly the issue at stake is patriotism. Clearly you must return to your world and put an end to the commies. Picard points out that nonsense was centuries behind them. Q says that Picard can't deny that humans are still a childish, savage race. Picard does deny it. Sure, back then, hundreds of years ago. Yeah, and he does it like that too. He goes, sure! Sure, wave of the arm. Or hundreds of years ago.
In an episode with some very interesting acting choices from a lot of the cast, that would have been an interesting choice.
Yeah, yeah. But back then, hundreds of years ago, but not now. Even then, they had started to make rapid progress. Q responds, oh, you want to review your rapid progress. He transforms into a soldier of the late 21st century, to where humans learn to control those soldiers with drugs. Worf, it's...
All right, is he Charles Manson now?
Yeah. Worf interjects to the captain that Lieutenant Torres' condition is better. Q mocks him and Worf asks for permission to clean up the bridge. Security Chief Tasha Yar jumps in, stating that she can't just stand there and let... But Picard says, yes, you can, Lieutenant Yar. So, one of the problems with this is we have Tasha Yar and Worf, who are essentially the same character in some ways. Yeah. They do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. One needed to go.
Yeah.
And one does.
It's not a great idea.
Denise Crosby clearly doesn't quite know what she's doing at times, or how she's going to approach the character, because some of her acting choices are very strange.
Yeah, that was a problem a lot of the actors had on the pilot episode. Gates McFadden had to redub some of her lines because her first scene was the one in the shopping mall area, and she plays it irritated because she didn't know what the character was or anything about it. And then later on in post-production, she'd realised it and they let her go back and redo her lines. Marina Sirtis is embarrassed by her performance in this episode again because she just didn't have a feel for the character.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of that going on.
Even Patrick Stewart at times feels like he's still trying to find his way. There is a really good scene that's going to come up towards the end of this first part that feels like it's clicked for him a little bit, but we'll talk about that. And I'm sure you probably feel the same way about that scene as well.
Q continues with his history lesson that humans went into space and humans found enemies to fight out there. The same old story all over again. No, says Picard. The same old story as the one we're meeting now. Self-righteous life forms who are eager not to learn but to prosecute, to judge anything they don't understand or tolerate. Q uses this as an idea. Prosecute and judge. What if they know the humans only too well? Picard says they have no fear of the true facts about them. Q tells him that the next time they meet, they will proceed exactly as Picard suggests, and vanishes in light. Worf says the only thing to do is fight, and Tasha agrees, fight or escape. Picard turns to Deanna. Sense anything, Counselor? But Q's mind is too powerful, and all she can suggest is avoid contact.
Yes, top draw stuff there from Troy. Well done.
Picard's like, I think we should renegotiate having a counselor on the bridge.
I think that by the end of this episode, he'll be getting a few resumes and checking over them before he continues.
I think so, yeah. He's like, I must remember to vet my bridge crew correctly.
Yes. Although, at least he does know the background of his bridge crew, unlike Captain Pike in Strange New Worlds, who doesn't know anything about his bridge crew before he gets on the ship.
That's true. Yeah. Picard tells the crew that no station aboard should use any transmitted signals. He wants to take the Q by surprise. Let's see what this Galaxy-class starship can do. He tells engineering to prepare for maximum warp. He's going to detach the saucer section, which Data says is not recommended at that speed. And we should point out that we don't seem to have a chief engineer at this point.
We don't, do we? No. No,
because
and
LaForge is bridge crew.
And if memory serves, I don't think LaForge becomes chief engineer until the second season, does he?
I think that's right, yeah.
And if memory serves, throughout the first season, they seem to have different chief engineers all the time.
Yeah, there's a bearded dude at one point.
There's a fat bearded dude. There's another guy who takes over command briefly in the episode where Crusher and Picard get trapped in a cave on a planet.
Right.
And I think they do a saucer sepper in that. And he kind of butts heads a bit with LaForge. So yeah, they have a few. Is it like the drummer in Spinal Tap? Does he keep exploding and you have to keep getting a new one?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Yeah. We cut to engineering and then back to the bridge. It was just like, I think that, again, that's one of those filler shots.
Yes.
Picard orders everybody ready. Engage. The Enterprise makes a tight turn, but the barrier forms a ball and starts to chase the ship. They're heading at warp 9.2, but the alien is still chasing them and accelerating. Picard turns to Deanna to help him understand. Using her telepathic powers, he can pull some new knowledge that he could use to defeat the Q. He wants to know what they're dealing with. She said, it's beyond what they know as a life form. Very, very advanced, or very, very different.
Again.
It's genuinely what she says.
I know. Again, great work there, Troy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, right. And then at which point, Picard reaches under his chair for the Type 1 phaser.
Yeah. What are you doing, Captain? Nothing.
No, man, you won't feel a thing.
No. That's what you always say, Colin.
Hey, watch it. I sometimes say that too.
Yes.
They put the alien ball on screen and they can see it accelerated towards them. They're not outrunning it. Picard orders yellow alert and arms photon torpedoes. He orders an emergency saucer SEP.
Yes.
I don't like that.
No.
SEP.
No. I don't. It feels wrong that Picard is using a contraction like that, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
Feels American. Feels American, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, not happy about that. He tells Worf that he'll be commanding the saucer section, which will take families out of danger, and that Picard will take command of the battle bridge. Worf protests. A Klingon doesn't run away. Picard reminds him that he's a Starfleet officer and will do as he's told. In modern Trek, Worf would whine about it, cry and stamp his feet until the captain gives up and lets him do whatever he wants.
Yes, that is another problem with modern Trek. There doesn't seem to be any kind of respect for command anymore.
No, there's no rank or hierarchy.
People just do what they want, when they want to do it.
It's just they just do it because they feel it's right.
Yeah, there's that word "feel" again.
Feelings.
It always used to amuse me as well in this bit where when they change positions, when Worf takes command of the main bridge and they move, the rest go to they do it in a very sort of it's almost like they're casually strolling around without a care in the world. They just walk very slowly towards the lift,
right?
And they do a little bit of like a changeover, don't they? Like a military kind of changeover. Yeah. And it's only as I got older that I realised that is probably how trained personnel behave in a crisis, isn't it? Very calm and orderly. Yeah. So I like it now.
Panic.
Yeah, I like it.
Don't scream. Mm-hmm. Don't shout.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Because they're trained.
There was a lot of pushback at first as well about having a Klingon on the show, wasn't there? A lot of fans didn't like it.
Yeah, but he wouldn't leave. He really clung on to staying.
Really? Really?
Sorry. Yeah, really.
I think that's a 60-year-old
joke. The minute you said Klingon, I saw it. I had to go for that.
Although, you know that DC Comics series that I told you about that I used to read in the 80s, they preceded this by actually having an original, like in the original cast, because it was set during or after Star Trek 4, this comic book series. And they introduced a Klingon Federation officer before TNG did. So I'm wondering whether they were aware of that and thought, that's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, Star Trek stealing from
Star Trek
literature.
Yeah. Did you? I had to laugh at Troy's face when Picard steps into the turbo lift. She looks thoroughly bored by everything that's going on.
Well, she's got so many senses going on.
Has she? Is that what's going on?
Yeah,
Okay.
that are very, very different.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's focusing on that. We see the majority of the ship's company moving to the saucer section. The skeleton bridge crew take command of the main section to head back to the hostile entity. And here we see Cole Meany at the comms.
We do. We also get a shot of the infamous skirt uniform on the male officer as he's walking through the corridor as well.
Gotta say, it looks comfy.
I reckon that I could rock that outfit, Colin. Don't you?
Oh, God. No, those legs. Oh, my God. Oh, give me a second, Paul. You're going to have to do some editing here because I'm going to be violently sick.
Nothing wrong with my legs. They're perfectly fine legs. Look, I'll show you.
No, don't want to see him. Don't want to see him.
We don't see that uniform very often, do we? They kind of lose it.
No, it's a shame. It does look comfy, though, doesn't it? On a hot day, that'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. No underwear. Free! He's just running, jumping, skipping down the corridor going, free!
Twirling his skirt.
I'm so free. Look at me. I can dance, I can sing, I'm so happy.
Giving a whole new meaning to the term hanging out on the Enterprise.
Yeah. Picard orders torpedoes fired backwards towards the hostile entity to blind it to cover up the separation. The separation begins. I like how Enterprise is written on the underside of the saucer section where it normally joins the fuselage. Is that because if you've got more than one separated Galaxy-class ship, you know which saucer section belongs to which fuselage? In case you've accidentally parked them in the wrong place.
No, yeah, I never thought of that. And I don't think... I've never noticed that before either.
He's like, why is... Picard walks into... They're separated, they've gone back. Picard walks into his cabin, it's all in pink. He's like, I've got this is the Excelsior saucer section. I have to do another separation. Go find it.
It's a very cool moment, though, the first time you see it separate, isn't it?
Yeah, because we get the theme tune playing as well.
Apparently Kirk's Enterprise could do the same thing in the original series, but budgetary, they could never do it.
Now, I've heard this. Is that true? Did they think of that at the time, or is this just retro?
I think in the book, The Making of Star Trek, that came out in the 70s, they mention it.
Okay, all right.
It's in the Bible that they wrote for the original series.
I don't think it's in the Bible, Paul.
And God commanded.
Is it Corinthians? Thou saucer
Yeah,
separation.
it was burned into the tablets that Moses brought down. Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yeah. No, it's written in the...
You must not steal thy neighbour's ox. Thou must not separate saucer at warp speed.
No, it's written in the Bible that they wrote for the original series. Yeah.
All right, cool. So the battle bridge heads back towards the alien, then stops. We'll wait for them here. Deanna remarks, but that will bring them to us in just minutes, sir. Was she asleep during the briefing?
It's useless, isn't it?
Because this is the whole plan.
Why does Deanna get a seat on the bridge? I mean, she's the ship's
I assume
counselor.
because... Yeah. Now, I would assume it's because she's... See, I would assume she's there if they're going to... If you're going to, like, speak to an alien, you would have her on the bridge. But she doesn't need to be there all the time. Her duty should be in her office, counselling the crew.
Exactly. Would you want to be doing your job with your therapist behind you, watching everything that you do?
No.
Exactly.
But I guess, like, he would have called her once they'd encountered the barrier. That's when she should have come to the bridge.
Yeah.
Although, why does she have to come to the bridge? Because she sends him from... She doesn't need to be... I mean, you're not closer just because you're in the bridge, are you? But I suppose it's easier to talk to him.
Yeah, I suppose visually as well it works better, doesn't it? It makes more sense.
It's shit, this show, isn't it? It ruined it for me.
Yeah, close it up. We're done.
Yeah, we're done. So Tasha wants to fight. Picard reminds her about the power of the entity. She thinks for a bit and says she was wrong. that they should try to distract the alien from going after the saucer section. I like that little section.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Where he's like, think about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big bloke, this Q.
Yeah, which leads into why he does what he does in a moment.
Yeah. So, Picard orders a surrender to be announced on all languages, on all frequencies. Although, why all languages? Because Q obviously speaks English because he's met him.
Well, yeah. But you've got to be sure, haven't you?
Yeah. When you surrender and do it properly.
So I'm guessing that his idea behind this surrender is that there's no point in fighting, so just play along and look for an opportunity later, perhaps.
Well, and buy time for the saucer section.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is a terrible first day on the job, isn't it?
He could have had better, really.
Yeah.
Just ease him in.
Like, have you had a day this bad? First day of the job. Usually it's like you can't get your password to work on your computer, right?
Yes.
That's as bad as it gets. You don't suddenly meet an alien entity that's about to kill you all. That's a really bad first day.
That is a bad first day, yes.
Yeah. The alien reaches them and the barrier forms again around the ship. There's a flash of light. A Picard, Data, Deanna appear to be in some kind of futuristic but medieval courtroom with a baying crowd around them. So this means Miles is left alone on the bridge. He must be thinking it's his luckiest fucking day ever.
We'll get to that when they come back.
Yeah. I'm still unsure about that scene. We'll talk about it.
All right.
A man acting like a court usher orders that all prisoners must stand. Picard sits, and Tasha follows his lead.
Yes, she does. I'd never thought about that, but yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Data finds the surroundings historically interesting. A Picard recognises it as being mid-21st century, the post-atomic horror. I
never really buy that this is meant to be Earth at some point in the past. I mean, I get that it's post-apocalyptic, but it just feels a bit too alien to be Earth.
But it's not. It was futuristic for us. It's mid-21st.
No. I get that. Yeah, but it doesn't feel. Right. It doesn't feel Earth-like. And are you telling me that? So when is Enterprise set? Enterprise is set in
21st century, 23 something.
No, it's not. Not Enterprise.
Oh, sorry, Enterprise. Sorry, yes, go on.
It's set in 22 something, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
So in less than 100 years, they go from this to what the world's like in Enterprise.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Seems a bit hard to believe, but okay.
Well, there you go.
All right.
Life is hard to believe, Paul.
You're telling me.
The usher orders everybody to rise for the honourable judge. Deanna points out they should heed caution, as this is no illusion, but is real.
I'm going to ask you something about that in a minute as well.
Oh, all right. A soldier orders the criminals to their feet and fires his gun in the air. Q appears sitting on a throne that glides through the air on a large arm. He's the judge. The soldier steps out and orders Picard and the others to their feet. He fires into the ground. Tasha loses her shit completely and kicks him in the chest and knocks him down. Q says, "You are out of order," but not to Tasha, to the guard. Another soldier steps forward and fires at the fallen guard, killing him. The audience cheer. The prisoners shall not be harmed until they are found guilty, utters Q. Can we assume you meant that this will be a fair trial? Asks Picard. Yes, responds Q. Absolutely equitable. Picard motions to Tasha to sit down.
That chair's a bit wibbly wobbly when it comes out, isn't it? You say it glides. It doesn't particularly glide very well, does it?
No, and I can't figure out if it's supposed to be floating and that you can see the arm is a mistake, or whether it is actually on an arm and that's okay.
Yeah, if it's on an arm, then yeah, I'll buy it because it's just a mechanical device,
right,
isn't it? It just looks a bit. Yeah. It just looks a bit weird when it comes out.
You would think Q would be able to create a floating chair.
Yes, and that's why I'm going to ask you a question in a minute. And Yara herself, she doesn't behave particularly professionally, does she?
No. She just, she reacts all the time angrily. She's always angry.
Yeah, but she calms down in the rest of the first series, doesn't she?
Yeah, they kind of get it right. Yeah. It's still one character too many on the bridge.
It is, and her one episode, which is centered around her, you can't really talk about anymore, can you? Code of Honor.
Oh no, that's right.
It's kind
Yeah,
of
it is
problematic,
dodgy.
that episode, isn't it? For many
Yep,
reasons.
absolutely. Yep.
Next time on Star Trek The Next Generation.
Thou art directed to return to thine own solar system immediately.
A hostile alien threatens the Enterprise.
Our only choice is to fight.
Fight or try to escape.
But despite their efforts to challenge its power, the crew is trapped
We surrender.
and forced to stand trial for the crimes of mankind on Star Trek The Next Generation.
So the charges are read out, basically amounting to accusing humanity of being a dangerously savage child race. Data objects, stating that in 2036 a law was passed stating that no Earth citizen could be forced to answer for the crimes of his forebears, to which Q counters that this is a court of 2079 and that all that nonsense had been abolished. So jog on, Goldie.
Is that what he says?
That's what he says, yeah.
And who are these four bears?
We've had one of them in the show before. Do you remember? In a
Oh,
past
that's
podcast.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
And if you haven't listened to that episode, that could be completely meaningless to
No, but nobody would listen to the 100th and not listen to the other 99 episodes, Paul.
That's true. That's true. And if,
That would
and if
be
you
foolish.
did, there's obviously something wrong with you, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, once again showing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once again showing the restraint and cool-headedness that clearly got her the job in the Enterprise in the first place. Launches into a speech about how she comes from a world where things like this courts were commonplace, and it was Starfleet and people like these that saved her from it.
Oh, do you think there's something ironic about Starfleet human resources? That they chose the most violent, unstable person to be security chief? Do you think they were interviewing and they were like, oh yeah, let's do that. It was a long day. They're just interviewing hundreds and they're like, oh, come on, we need a bit of fun. Choose her. She's
Did,
nuts.
did you notice that when she gets up and starts to deliver this, Picard tries to stop her at first. And then he kind of just sort of like gives in. He kind of raises his arm and says, no, he calls her Natasha as well. He says, no, Natasha. And then kind of like goes, oh, fuck it.
He's like first day on the job.
Yeah. Q leans forward menacingly and with a gesture freezes her solid. Oh no, says Picard.
Well, hold on. I didn't see a jester. Is he like noddy with a big stick and some bells? I wouldn't be surprised. This courtroom needs a jester.
Gesture.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He freezes her solid. Oh no, says Picard. Not Tasha, you nasty omnipotent being, you.
No, he's probably thinking, hold on, so that's 2 crewmen I've got frozen on my first day. How many frozen crew persons do I have to have before they remove me as captain of the Enterprise? What's the quota?
He's lucky that he's out in the middle of nowhere, really, isn't he?
Yeah, they're like, oh, you need to locate us. You need to find us. Oh, more like find us, all these people that are frozen.
Actually, what happens is Picard goes into full Shakespearean mode and demands that Q promises that the prisoners would not be harmed be upheld. Q tries to wriggle out of it, but Picard calls him out on it, telling him that he's afraid that if he commits a fair trial, Q is afraid that he could lose.
Is that fair trial? Is that with clowns? And
That's the one. You said fur as well, actually. Yeah. Q says that it's a merciful court, and he thaws out, yeah. Yay, everyone says. The crowd erupts in anger, but Q glares at them and orders silence. So this is my question. Is this place a facsimile that Q has conjured up? Or is it real? In terms of kind of a time travel-y thing?
No, Paul. Oh, dear. Gosh, what a shame. All right. So it's the real people, everything's real, but it's not actually taking place at that point in history. But it's not an illusion. There's no holograms or anything like that. Everything is real, but it is not taking place on Earth during that period.
So it's all created by
Q.
Q.
It's a creation by Q.
Okay. The reason why
it's on spatial bubble.
The reason why I ask is because Q's in Picard, the series, and he sends them back in time, and they throw the line out. Oh, is this just a creation of Q? This alternate reality that they end up in, and Picard somehow knows it's not, that they're in an actual reality, and Q's moved time around, which is why I ask about this.
Oh, he's borrowed Deanna's telepathy?
Yes. He just knows. Okay.
Right.
Q tells Picard that this is a court of fact, and he won't stand for any legal trickery. Picard tells him that we humans recognize our past, even when we're ashamed of it. Using a line from Shakespeare to describe it, kill all the lawyers. I wonder if Picard's love of Shakespeare was always in the script, or it was added once they cast Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, once they realised he was a Shakespearean actor, and they thought, oh, we could use that.
I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God. Apparently Paul's had a heart attack. He's clutching his chest. He's keeling over. He's got a funny colour. Well, I'll just continue the podcast.
No, I'm back.
It's the way you always wanted it, people. The 100th episode, finally. Solo, take it over.
No, remember, he's an unknown British Shakespearean actor.
I thought he was going to do like the 5th of November then for a second.
Picard then reads the charges from a tablet, saying that he sees no charges aimed at themselves specifically. Q, clearly miffed that Picard is refusing to play his game, orders 2 guards to aim their weapons at Data and Troy's heads, telling them to pull their triggers if Picard answers with anything other than guilty.
Ah, it's an interesting trial.
I'm not going to agree that we could do with some of that these days, but...
Oh my God, where do you go? A right
I
wing
know,
on me for big Daily Mail reader.
Not a Daily Mail reader.
Well, you don't read it, you just look at pictures, right?
I wouldn't wipe my ass on the Daily Mail.
Well, why would you be writing your ass in newspaper? You're not that poor. You could afford toilet paper. That'd be a weird thing to do.
A figure of speech, Colin.
You got it all cut into squares down at the old toilet at the back of your garden. I mean,
Like
I know you're
stepdad.
northern, pal, but come on.
Hey up.
Don't live up a stereotype.
Forced into a tight spot, Picard reluctantly pleads guilty, but provisionally.
So is that toilet paper.
He then... You're wasted, Colin. You really are.
I'm not. I've already had one.
He then tries to use Data's weird playback function to use Q's own words against him regarding his insistence that it will
We
be a
don't see
fair
that
trial.
too often.
No,
We see
they
it
dropped
occasionally,
that.
though.
No. But Q waves it away. Finally, Picard admits that there is evidence that humans have been savage, but he then asks Q to test them and his crew to see if that is still true of humans. Slightly racist. I mean, there's not just humans on the Enterprise, is there? Although, if you were a Vulcan or an Andorian, you'd be looking for the nearest escape pod at this point, wouldn't you? Like, don't lump me in with that lot. I just work for
be them
them.
left on the Enterprise.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that before, Paul.
Also, you can see that Patrick Stewart's still finding his way with the character as well in this whole section. I mean, he's incredibly emotional at times in this. And that's not Picard later, is it? In fact, he's
No.
the opposite of that. Although,
Yeah.
sorry to keep mentioning it, but in Star Trek Picard, he's all about the feelings. Q loves this idea, and he tells Picard that there'll be ample room for testing them on their next mission to Farpoint Station. Q adjourns the court, and he wobbles his way back out, stating as he goes that, Captain, you may find that you are not nearly clever enough to deal with what lies ahead. Fuck you, replies Picard.
Oh, no, I don't remember that bit, Paul.
No,
You're
he
making
doesn't.
that bit up.
He doesn't say that. With a flash, everyone is transported back to the battle bridge, and either time has passed, either time hasn't moved, or O'Brien is the least observant member of Starfleet that you've ever had.
I like to assume that he's so bored and uninterested in the people around him that he couldn't give the slightest shit that they've been gone for like hours. Because they reappear and he's just like still typing away, and then he just kind of looks around. Like, why didn't they do a line where like Picard says something like, "Did anything happen while we were away?" And he goes, "Away, sir?"
Yeah,
But it doesn't. It's just like tapping away. I just assumed that he just couldn't give, because he's a transporter guy. He's like, I hate this con crap. It's boring. And then everyone disappears. He's listening to music. Didn't notice. Got headphones in. He's like, la 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 la.
Why should he care anyway? I mean, they haven't even been bothered to learn his name.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he's like, I don't think I'm here. So why should I pretend? No one cares.
So O'Brien asks them if anyone knows anything about Farpoint Station, as he thinks it sounds like a dull place. And you're right, he looks thoroughly bored, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, we've heard that we may find it rather interesting, replies Picard.
Oh, yeah, Captain, where'd you hear that? Well, I was just taken by, and then, oh, really? When did that happen? I'll show you the video after. It'll miss out the interesting bits. Riker's going to watch it.
So we cut to Farpoint Station and a log entry by William Riker. I nearly said William Shatner then.
William T. Riker.
William T. Riker, yes. Do you think the T was added because it sounds a bit like James T. Kirk?
I assume it's William Tactical Riker.
Well, Riker is kind of a...
Because he's tactical with the ladies.
He is. He does that manoeuvre with that chair whenever he sits down, doesn't he?
That's because he has a bad back, right?
It is. Yeah, and that's why whenever he talks to anyone who's at con or ops, he puts one foot up onto the side bit because it takes the pressure off his back.
If you got a bad back and you're standing up like 12 hours a day,
and he's very rigid when he stands up as well, isn't he?
Yeah. Do you ever notice though the Riker maneuver when he exits a room into a corridor? There's always like a female crewman walking past. He always does a quick glance at her, like he's looking at her bottom.
He always checks her out, doesn't he?
Yeah. He always checks her out, yeah, always.
That's got to be a thing that he just added himself, isn't it?
Naughty Riker.
Slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
Personal log, Commander William Riker, stardate 41153.7. I've always wanted to do this. That's me saying that.
Oh, that would be a weird, Riker's log. He's like, oh, I've always wanted to do this.
The USS Hood has dropped me off.
Delete. Do it again. just one for the friends.
Don't spoil it for me. The USS Hood has dropped me off at Farpoint Station. He sounds very northern Riker as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. It's weird.
He's dropped me off.
USS Hood.
Yeah.
Hood has dropped me off on planet.
I'm stopping off.
Oh, heck.
I'm stopping off for a fish supper on the way home.
Yeah, don't drop me badge in it. Yeah. Not again.
Has dropped me off at Farpoint Station, where I await the arrival of the new USS Enterprise, to which I have been assigned as first officer. Meanwhile, I've been asked to visit the Farpoint Administrator's office in the Old City.
Most insincere sounding log I've ever heard, Paul.
Thank you. That's what I was going for. And we see a shot of the Hood as it flies away from the planet, don't we? And it's the Excelsior model, isn't it?
We see the back of it too, and the trunk, and we see the boot, and we see the sides. Not just the hood, Paul. We see the whole damn ship.
We do. And it's the Excelsior model, isn't it, from the movies?
Yes.
We see an establishing shot of the station on the planet, and it looks like a gleaming spire surrounded by desert with an old city by the side of it.
Ah, right. Nice.
Riker is walking through what looks like an old tunnel, and he reaches doors that open, allowing him into the administrator's office. He's an older man with long grey hair, and he's dressed in robes, and his name is Groppler Zorn. That's a great name for a pro wrestler.
Groppler Zorn? It would be, yeah. And in the recorder, it's Groppler Zorn.
Well, he's going to need another career after the end of this episode anyway, so he might as well.
He is, yeah.
They talk, and Zorn asks if his accommodations have been comfortable. Luxurious, replies Riker.
That's steady. Yeah. How many stairs on Airbnb, mate?
He then tries to pump Zorn for information on the advanced materials used to build the station, and that it fascinates him that they constructed it so quickly and so well suited to their needs. He keeps calling it a space station, though. It's not a space station, is it?
No, it's not. It's not in space.
It's just a big shopping mall, is what it is.
Yeah, it is, yeah, basically.
Zorn is a bit on the shifty side, and he distracts him by offering him some fruit. Riker looks for an apple, but not seeing one, he declines. But suddenly he notices a second bowl of just apples on the desk, which he swears wasn't there before. Zorn hastily asks him if his failure to notice it makes it any more unwelcome. Not at all, replies Riker, taking a huge bite out of it, saying, delicious.
Of the most disgusting looking apple I've ever seen. I mean, it looks like it's smeared in wax.
Yeah, it doesn't look real, does it? No.
It looks horrible.
I remember as a kid that we used to have one of those fake fruit bowls on like the dinner table, in the centre of the dinner table. Looked like that.
You know, they used to do that here. They put petroleum wax on apples to make them look shiny.
Really? That can't be good for you, can it?
No, you have to clean it off.
I do remember as a kid licking one just to see what it tastes like.
What, a petroleum wax?
A wax apple in a bowl of wax fruit.
You licked a wax apple?
I did, yes.
Was this when you were in that special school? The one where they didn't let you have sharp objects?
We said we'd never speak of that.
Oh, there's that boy again. He just licks wax objects.
It looked tasty.
You just let him go. He's happy. He's happy. Look at him. Look at his cheery little fat face.
I wasn't fat then. It looked nice, and I wanted to know what it tasted like. I wanted to see if it tasted like a real apple.
Did it?
No.
Oh, what a disappointment.
Do you know how it tasted?
Let me think. I'm guessing it tasted waxy.
That's right.
Yeah. Tasted a little Karate Kid.
Wax on.
Wax off.
All right, steady on.
You spent a lot of time waxing off, didn't you?
Zorn then appears to address Thin Air, angrily saying that you've been told not to do that. It could arouse suspicion, and if that happens, we will have to punish you. Who's he talking to?
This is how I imagine you are when you're on your own in the house.
Talking to Thin Air.
It's going, I'm going to have to punish you again. You're going to be punished. Oh, little Arthur, what are you doing? Oh, you naughty boy. Ugh. Like that.
What, do I turn into Frankie Howard?
Oh!
I can think of worse people to turn into.
Titty you not. Yeah, that's you. That guy reminds me of you when you're on, just walking around. And you're wearing a robe, but nothing underneath.
Well, that bit's probably right, yeah.
Yeah.
In the station itself, which looks like a bit like a shopping mall, as we said, Riker meets up with Dr. Beverly Crusher and her son, Wesley.
Now here's the thing, right? Pretty much every actor in Star Trek The Next Generation progressed in their acting ability throughout the seasons, right? Except for one, who seemed to get worse.
And who would that be?
Oh, let's think about it. Who could that be?
We all know who it is, and I've got to say, he's become infinitely more punchable as he's gotten older.
Yes, amazing, isn't it? I mean, that's an achievement, I suppose.
Yeah, his smugness makes mine pale by comparison, really, doesn't it?
Oh, well, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, we're not fans. Let's just...
No. It's weird, though, because I disliked him in, like, early Star Trek Next Generation. And then I kind of, like, was like, oh, okay, he's all right, he's good. And now I've gone back to hating him.
It became a thing, though, didn't it, for a while in 80s shows, to have an incredibly brainy kid in the cast. I think they did it in, do you remember Sequest, was it called Sequest DSV or something like that?
DSV,
yeah.
yes.
They had one, didn't they? But then again, they also had a a talking dolphin, didn't they?
Dolphin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which was a better actor than Will Wheaton, funnily enough.
Yeah. You know, originally it was supposed to be a woman or a teenage girl, I guess, and called Leslie Crusher.
That would have been more interesting.
It would have been, yeah. Yeah.
But we're stuck with Will Wheaton, so...
Yep, there you go.
He strolls with them while they...
I bet the producers of Star Trek said that too.
After seeing this.
Yeah, we're stuck with Will Wheaton. He signed a 7-year contract.
He doesn't stay till the end, though, does he? He goes, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Yeah.
He strolls with them while they do some shopping. She's a bit formal with him, and Wes points out that she's just like that with men that she doesn't know. Bev tells her son off and says to Riker, what?
So I just imagine, oh, she's like that with men she doesn't know. If she knew you, she'd be all over you like a rash.
Bev tells her son off and says to Riker that she hopes that they can be friends, to which he replies that he's very willing. Riker tells Bev about the strange things he's noticed around the station, such as the apple. But she brushes it off, accusing him of trying to brown nose his new captain. That's basically what she's alluding to, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
But then a piece of plain cloth that she was looking at, and musing that gold would look lovely with, suddenly has gold patterns on it when she looks again. Isn't it remarkable that they happen to have exactly what you want, wonders Riker?
Yeah.
She buys it, saying that they should charge it to Dr. Crusher. So I thought that money doesn't exist in the 24th century.
Well, maybe she's lying. Maybe she just tells his aliens, "Oh, charge it to Dr. Crusher," and then when they come together, they go to the Enterprise and go, "We have an account for Dr. Crusher," and they're like, "Well, we don't have money in Starfleet. Sorry."
Yeah, she's like, "I'll pay it in a week. It'll be fine."
Yeah. It's like, well, I was gonna do a story about the British Army for where they in Cyprus during the 60s. Soldiers would go and buy things, and they would have a chit, and they wouldn't give money. They would sign a chit, and then the shopkeeper would go to the army camp and say, "We have the chit for this officer or this soldier," and then the money would be handed over. Except the soldiers would just sign Donald Duck, Trigger. So then there'd have to be a roll call. And the officer in charge would have to go with the following soldiers. Please stand forward. We have chits for you. Private Trigger. Corporal Spider-Man. And so it's true that. So maybe it's that kind of deal.
Could well be.
Yeah.
She says that maybe this is something that Jean-Luc would like looked into. And is it me, or does Riker look a bit stressed at the thought that she knows him so well? Like he's thinking, shit,
Yeah.
I best watch what I say in front of her. Good job I didn't open with the line, so when's this baldy twat getting here then?
Right. Yeah, I didn't realise you were the main squeeze. Also, like, once you've discovered that if you think of something and it's appearing, wouldn't you be like, I wish I had enough money to buy everything in the shopping mall. Yeah, I loved it. Like,
Buried in coins.
So help.
Wesley tells Riker that Picard brought his father's body home after he died. They shake hands.
Yeah, it wasn't. We had bring it home before, wasn't it? He brought his body home. Was entombed. Oh, he was dead. Nope. Just brought it home like that. Always drunk, my dad. Picard had to carry him home.
They shake hands, and as they leave, Riker smiles at Wes, telling him, "See you on board," unfortunately. Then
Yeah.
Geordie LaForge approaches. He wears a device on his eyes that allows him to see.
Glasses?
Glasses. He's been to
What
Specsavers,
crazy
Colin.
future is this?
He begins to talk to Riker, but Riker asks if this is an official report, to which LaForge stiffens to attention and says, Lieutenant LaForge reporting. He tells him that the Enterprise is arriving, but only with the Star Drive section, to which Riker assumes there must have been trouble.
Do you think that's a weird little scene?
What, with LaForge?
Yeah. Like, why does Riker get on his case about... Because he's not using the correct authority, and so Riker's asserted himself as officer?
My God, it's a good thing that Riker's not an officer on board a modern-day Star Trek ship, is it?
No, he'd have a heart attack.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to cope, would he?
No.
Yeah, it's almost like he's
it's like-
exerting his authority a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, he's like, oh, wait a minute, why does Nurse Chapel outrank Dr. M'Benga?
Yeah. And why is everyone just shouting down the captain every 5 seconds as well?
Yeah.
Picard wants Riker to beam up immediately, which he does. We see the Star Drive section in orbit as Yar meets Riker in the transporter room and escorts him to the battle bridge. On the bridge, Riker tries to introduce himself, but Picard doesn't even look at him, just saying that he needs to be brought up to speed on the little adventure that they had on their way here.
What's going on here? It's like a lot of power play going on.
It is a bit of a power play. It's like, I think it's Picard trying to get the measure of Riker by testing him a little bit in various ways to see whether he's someone that he can respect, you know.
Okay.
But Riker stands his ground until finally Picard glances around and welcomes him aboard. But it's kind of a tossed off welcome aboard, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Riker then sits at a station, calls up the episode on Netflix, and watches a previously on Star Trek moment. Minus all the good bits. Yeah.
Yeah, minus the entire trial, right?
But then again, I suppose they wouldn't have that footage, would they? So they can only have stuff that's filmed on the Enterprise or from outside the Enterprise.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be confusing when Picard mentions the trial and Riker's like, what fucking trial?
Did I fall asleep? You have to rewind it. What's going on?
Is there a director's cut?
It's on the extras. When the video finishes, Riker says he calls that a little adventure.
Yeah, and then it lingers too long on him.
It does. It does, doesn't it? It stays with him for a while, doesn't it?
Trim a little there, I think.
Yeah. That could have been, again, them trying just to pad it out, yeah. Later, Riker meets Picard in his ready room. They discuss what happened, and then Picard orders Riker to conduct a manual docking with the arriving saucer section. Riker looks puzzled, but Picard chews him out a little as saying, "No, Commander."
Yeah.
I think Patrick Stewart, this is where I think he's starting to get what he's doing a little bit better, because it's really subtle what he's doing. You can see that the way he looks at Riker, you can see that he's trying to get the measure of him. You know,
right.
And he's not overplaying it either. He's not shouting for a start, which is a good thing.
This is a good shit, yeah.
So we see the saucer section approaching the Star Drive, and everyone on the bridge is a little perturbed by the fact that it's going to be done manually. Even Data, which is odd, because he's not got emotions.
Well, yeah, but Data's an android.
Yeah, but he's not got emotions.
He knows humans screw things up.
But would he react? Would he because he kind of gives him a look like, okay, like that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's like, oh God, humans doing this?
There's a lot of... Most of them are going to be in the second part, aren't they? But there's a lot of times where you can see that Brent Spiner doesn't quite know what he's doing yet.
Right, yeah. Also, Riker's supposed to be doing this manual docking. Who's actually doing this docking?
It's the two people sat at the front and the people on the other other one. So
Riker's just going, yeah, that looks great. Just left a bit. Up. Whatever. What do you think? Yeah, slow down.
Yeah, I mean, a true manual docking would be him sitting down at the controls and flying it in, wouldn't it?
And doing it himself, yeah. But old Miles O'Brien, old nameless O'Brien, is doing it.
It's a good thing he was paying attention at that point, then.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, well, this is the most interesting thing I've had to do all day.
Oh, Riker's like, left 5 degrees, and O'Brien's, sorry, what? Did you say something? What are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah, I know, it'd be funny if he did that. He went like, left 5 degrees, and Master went, yeah, 5 degrees.
I think you're putting a little bit too much of yourself into this.
Increase speed. Increase speed, Data. Yeah. Increase speed.
But anyway, he executes the maneuver perfectly. Hooray. The ship is whole again. Later, Picard is stirring a cup of tea in the briefing room and he's talking with Riker.
Also notice, he's not done the old tea, Earl Grey hot from the replicator. He has like a flask
Yes, he does.
on the tray.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've obviously...
Guess the weren't working that day.
offline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deadpan, Picard tells him that he handled the fairly routine maneuver quite well.
Sorry, who is Deadpan Picard? Is he Jean-Luc's brother? Is he like his gangster brother? Hey, we got talking about Deadpan Picard. He's gonna wipe you out, man. He uses a Type 2 face.
You want to be careful what you say because the writers of Picard will think that that's a real thing and include it.
I was like, why is this character called Deadpan Picard? That's his brother. I mean, forget the fact that in Picard they've wiped out his real brother.
Yes, it's never mentioned
He
once.
doesn't get a mention.
Not once. Not once.
Nope.
Picard questions Riker's attitude that a captain shouldn't beam down on away missions, pointedly asking if captain's rank means nothing to him. But Riker explains that it means everything to him. Picard wonders if second-guessing his captain is a bit presumptuous. But Riker asks for permission to speak candidly, and Picard stares dead into his eyes, replying, always. That's a nice moment.
One thing about this scene is, like, I can imagine being the captain and then it's like going, so, you don't think the captain should beam down onto dangerous away missions? No, sir. Sounds good to me. Well, what think you think the rank means nothing then? Well, I just think, the captain's safety is important. So I won't be beaming down to dangerous away missions? No, sir, I'll be doing all those. Ah. Yes. I mean, okay, if you insist, that's fine by me. You could just go back, lean back in your chair and go, this shit's easy.
It makes sense that they introduced this, because if you think back to the original series, I mean, all the main officers used to beam down all in one go, didn't they?
Well, yeah, it would be like we saw earlier. It'd just be like Cole Meany sitting in the bridge going, well, bridge crew's dead. I guess I fly back to a starbase somehow.
Riker goes on to explain that, having been a first officer himself, Picard must understand that the safety of the captain must always be his first duty. And he has no problem with any rules the captain makes as long as they don't compromise his safety. And he doesn't intend to back off from that position. And as you said, Picard's thinking, okay.
Yeah. Woo! All right.
One further thing, Picard tells him. He explains that he's not good with children, and Starfleet have... Go on.
Sorry, it's like, one more thing. When the sign on the door says, when this cabin's a rocket, don't come knocking. You don't enter.
Yes.
All right, mate? Yes, sir.
Where's Troy?
She's gone. She sensed this hours ago. Something very, very different.
I'm sensing a powerful mind.
Yeah.
One further thing Picard tells him, and he explains that he's not good with children, and Starfleet have seen fit to give him a ship with kids on board. And seeing that a captain should present an air of geniality, it's Riker's responsibility to see that that is what he projects.
That's fine. He's like, don't worry, sir. We have some 1970s DJs. They're really good with children.
Officer Savile.
Yeah. He works on the USS U-Tree.
You don't hear about that ship often, do you?
But boldly going.
Yeah. Oh, yes, boldly going.
Oh, the USS U-Tree, they're like, fire torpedoes. Jingle, jingle. That's the sound they make as they fly.
Oh, dear. I hope people know what we're talking about.
They'll have to Google.
No, don't
For
Google it.
American
No,
listeners.
don't.
No, don't. Yeah, don't do that.
Jimmy's. Oh, oh.
Oh.
Finally, Picard softens, smiles, and welcomes Riker to the Enterprise. Riker responds with a big smile. This is, for me, the best scene in the first part of Encounter at Farpoint. Feels like the moment that, as I say, something in Stewart's portrayal of Picard clicks. It's just two men in a room sizing each other up. It's well written and it's well played, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, I don't mean literally sizing each other. Because we know who'd win in that respect.
Yeah, he's a big man, isn't he, Mr.
He's
Riker?
a big man. He's a very big man. In sickbay, Crusher is examining LaForge by spouting exposition about how his visor works. He admits that it causes him pain, but he puts up with it because any treatment would affect how his visor worked. Riker arrives on the bridge, and he seems a little bit in awe of its size and complexity.
Everybody is,
Yeah.
Paul. I don't understand why you can't comprehend this.
He meets Worf and he asks where Data is. Worf tells him that Data is escorting an admiral who has been inspecting the Enterprise's medical facilities back to a shuttlecraft. Riker says, why a shuttlecraft when it would be easier to just beam out? But Worf points out that the admiral is a rather remarkable man. And we cut to Data escorting an old man through a corridor. The man is bitching and moaning about not wanting his atoms scattered all over the space. Yes, it's DeForest Kelly. In a little cameo as the Admiral, but we know it's McCoy. And it's kind of nice that they included this. It's kind of a bit like a passing of a torch. Although the original cast did go on and make 2 more movies after this.
Oh, they did, yeah. Well, wait, 2 more movies?
Yeah, Star Trek 4 had already come out, so you've got Star Trek 5 and Star Trek 6 with the whole cast together. I know that Shatner's in.
I was worried you were going to mention Star Trek Generations.
No,
but
that's not the entire cast.
not really.
Anyway, Data tells McCoy that at his age, he would assume that he wouldn't want to waste time in a shuttlecraft. And McCoy gets the hump. He is old. Asking Data.
It's the best joke
I
you've done
know.
all day, Paul. Don't worry, don't apologise.
And he asks Data just how old he thinks he is, to which Data replies, 137 years old. He looks good for it.
It does, yeah. I hope that I look like that when I'm 137 years old. I have a feeling I'll look like dust, but, you know.
I wouldn't worry. I mean, you don't look that good now.
Oh, thanks, Paul. That's very nice of you to say so.
Is this makeup a sort of recreation of the makeup from the classic episode of Star Trek where they all age? It looks very similar.
Oh, I hope it is.
I think it is.
Oh, nice.
McCoy checks Data's ears, telling him that even though he doesn't have pointed ears, he sounds like a Vulcan. And as they walk away, McCoy looks around the ship, saying that even though it's a new ship, it has the right name. And if you treat her like a lady, she'll always bring you home.
And that's it for
yeah.
our first part of Encounter at Farpoint and the first part of this episode. That's right, folks. You lucky people. There's more to come. Obviously, we're not going to summarise the whole episode, but how do you think it's going so far?
It's weird when you go back to a show that you know so well and you see it from the beginning again. Mm-hmm. You're seeing an evolution, aren't you? The actors don't really know their roles that well. The show itself's trying to find its feet. There's some questionable acting choices for sure, but it's only minor quibbles at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, on the whole, it's a good start. It sets everything up nicely, and I'm sure that the second part of the story will just as strong, won't it, Colin?
Yeah, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And I always remember like people to say that, the first season of Star Trek Next Generation is the worst. But so far, I kind of enjoying this pilot. It's nice, you know?
Yeah, I hadn't gone back to watch the first season in a long time because they were the ones that we saw the most, I think, as kids. And I've got to say, I'm enjoying it too because I'd forgotten some of it. It's been such a long time since I've watched it. I'd forgotten little bits and pieces here and there. So yeah, I'm enjoying it too.
So that's the end of our first part of our Star Trek The Next Generation episode. Call it episode 100.1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. And don't forget you can email us at info@retrospectionpodcast.com. You can visit the site, retrospectionpodcast.com, and you can still message us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you for all the nice messages for about our 100th episode. And remember, today you may feel like your life is just moving so slowly at impulse speed. But always remember, tomorrow you can warp to a whole new world. Goodbye.
Bye.